witnessing?
Well, at this point in time, Blaine, you can see that there is a guard of honor by ANC volunteers here at the multi-purpose center in Soshanguve, where the ANC deputy president is going to be engaging with the community of Soshanguve, just like the ANC president yesterday. He's been doing a door-to-door and walkabout in the streets of Soshanguve as he tries to garner votes for the governing party. We are going to bring in Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, who is a PEC member of the ANC here in Gauteng, to speak of the importance of having their leaders here. Mr. Munyai, just the importance of having a deputy president and engaging this elderly community of Soshanguve.
The deputy president is here to mobilize and organize our society and army of the ANC volunteers to do door-to-door to make sure that the city of Tshwane is brought back in glorious with a decisive victorious majority. So therefore, we're very excited. The deputy president is going to door following the president visit here in Soshanguve, and we can see that the army, the sea of volunteers under the command of the deputy president right now, they are doing a fantastic work. We are confident as the African National Congress that Tshwane is going to come back under the commandership and leadership of the African National Congress.
In 2016, you faced an issue where your supporters did not come out in their numbers. As you can see, the scores lining up now against your deputy president. How sure are you that these very same people will come out on the crucial day, on voting day, to come and vote?
The ANC coordinated campaign is focused on the voters' roll. We are not missing the target. We are focused on the target of the registered voters. That's what the deputy president and the army of these volunteers you see here, which is unstoppable to win the city of Tshwane.
Well, what are some of the issues that you are promising to fix for the people of Tshwane in order for them to come out and vote for you?
As you see, under the Democratic Alliance, the city of Tshwane cannot provide the simple basic services, water, electricity. The ANC will work with communities to make sure that we deliver a clean city. The ANC will make sure that we build our community by provision of the basic services such as water, electricity, and also to make sure our people are living in secure communities.
Thank you very much, Mr. Munyai. Just to ask my colleague, Thabiso Rapakwana, our shot is going to be a bit shaky as we try and move to the other end as he takes his camera out of the tripod to show you those visuals of the ANC's deputy president engaging with the elderly community here in Tshwane, Soshanguve in particular. You know, Blaine, in 2016, Tshwane was one of the areas where thousands of ANC voters did not come out and vote for the governing party, just like in Mamelodi, in Outreachville, where there was a protest of people saying that if there is no Dr. Kgalema Motlanthe, they would not go out and vote for the ANC. And thus, this time around, you see the governing party that has essentially not announced its mayoral candidates in fear that they will not come out and vote for the governing party. As you see, this time around, there is law and order as Mabuza continues to hand out ANC regalia to this community of the elderly community of Soshanguve, which is pretty much what he's been doing the entire day here when it comes to Soshanguve and to Tshwane areas and other parts of the country. He goes bearing gifts, playing.
Samkele, talk to us about the issues on the ground. That is what matters, I guess, in the local government elections. It is about the bread and butter issues. It is about service delivery issues. And when you don't have service delivery, you have the ubiquitous protests that we've been seeing across the country. What are residents telling you that they need as a matter of urgency, as a matter of yesterday, with regards to this delivery?
Essentially, plain, what people are saying is that they need services, they need jobs, they need service delivery, they need low-cost housing, they need electricity, they need to make sure that the infrastructure that government rolls out is proper and that the people are not disadvantaged. They need to make sure that crime is eradicated. As we were driving in to Soshanguve, the railway line was being fixed by the South African Rail Agency, particularly knowing that PRASA has been struggling with the rollout of their rolling stock of trains across Tshwane and the line to Orlando in Soweto. So it's those issues that they are saying that they need a reliable public transportation system that will help them easily to be able to commute to work and back, and that their services are not properly interrupted as they live in far-flung areas such as Soshanguve, where there is minimal activity. And yesterday as well, the community was even saying that the various councillors that are going to be elected into councils must be able to work with the business community of Laudium in order for the people of these particular areas to get jobs. There are elderly people who are living in these areas, and they also need to be taken care of. As you can see, they are sitting and waiting for the distribution of the ANC regalia, which is pretty much some of the things that they also want on top of the most critical, essential services that are enshrined by the Constitution, which are basically their rights that they need to get, which is water, electricity, and decent housing. The ANC president yesterday campaigning said that they, as a governing party, had built over 4 million houses since they've taken over as the democratic dispensation, and they've electrified all or most of these homes. There are also informal settlements in the area, which they are saying that once and should, if the governing party takes over council here in Tshwane, they must be able to formalize their informal settlements and make sure that the bulk infrastructure is built in those areas, like we're seeing in this particular area of Soshanguve, where we are in Plain.
When you assess the campaign, Samkele, of the ANC, in particular Tshwane, what are they doing differently in order to prove to the people that they can address their needs? I mean, when you look at the various spheres of government, obviously the closest is the municipality, isn't it? And that's where the impact is. Your assessment in terms of things done differently this time around?
Essentially, what they are doing this time around is that they are saying that they are going door to door and speaking to the people. I'm going to ambush an NEC member, Mr. Joe Masangani, just to speak. Mr. Masangani, what is the ANC as a deployee of the ANC and convener of deployees to the province? What are you doing this time around differently to make sure that you try and get your people to come out and vote for you?
Thanks very much. This is the last phase of the campaign. We make sure that we are targeted. We target voters who are in the voters' roll. We make sure that where there are challenges, we have got a troubleshooting teams. And we are quite certain that this time around, we are going to reclaim Tshwane. The trends are there. In 2016, we got 41%. In 2019, we got 45.7%. So we are on an upward trajectory. It is clear that we are going to get 55 and above this time. We are going to govern Tshwane without a coalition.
Mr. Masangani, is one of the reasons of not announcing mayoral candidates to make sure that there are no internal divisions or minimize internal divisions. On Monday, you are part of the delegation that met all the regional elections teams, the ZETs and the PETs. What are some of the issues that came out of that meeting on Monday?
As we speak, the face of the campaign is the president. After elections, as the NEC, we are going to unfold a process where we are going to interview mayors who will have been recommended by provinces. The DSG is going to appoint teams or panels that is going to interview candidates that will have been nominated by provinces. So, but for now, our focus is to deal with issues that affect people. Since the DA took over here in Tshwane, you can see it's garbage all over here in Soshanguve where we are. Sewer is spilling. They don't take care of our people. There's no water in Lodiam. There's no water in Waterkloof. There's a problem of water in Hammanskraal. And our people are saying that it is time that the ANC should come back to power in Tshwane and make sure that we deliver services.
The same can be said about your government in Mfuleni.
Yes, we acknowledge where there are challenges. We don't run away from challenges. If you remember in Mfuleni, we have got a team led by Premier Makura, which is dealing with the challenges in Mfuleni. And one of the major problems in Mfuleni is the sewer project. And if you remember, the previous minister, Comrade Nosiviwe Mapisa Ngakula, and Minister Tito Mboweni, appointed a team of generals from the Defense Force to make sure that they assist Mfuleni with the sewer plan. And I believe that there is progress as we speak. Even this week as we speak, Premier Makura and his exco were there trying to deal with service delivery challenges.
Thank you very much, Mr. Masanganyi, who is an ANC member, speaking on what they are doing differently, which is one of the issues that you are seeing directly here, which is person-to-person contact with the elderly community, giving them ANC regalia, addressing their issues as the elderly community of drugs, of social ills, of service delivery issues here in the township of Soshanguve, and they are bringing their big guns in the form of the Deputy President of the ANC and the President of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa, to come and engage with this community of Soshanguve. And they're also having sectorial meetings with the various sectors and also engaging young people. But the proof of what is happening is going to be in the pudding of their hard work come the 2nd of November, once the results are announced, if they have climbed indeed the trajectory and reclaimed Tshwane.
Proof is in the pudding. It is what many argue that what matters most is what happens in between elections, the work done. Is your public representative accountable? Are they responsive? Pertinent issues, pertinent questions to ask, also to get answers as well. Why? Because they need to act. There needs to be action on the ground in order to make the lives of those people who voted them in better. Samkele Maseko, live for us in Soshanguve. Thank you very much indeed for your reporting. Look, the community of Skir